folks, howdy. Sean Brock here with you once again. I want to remind you to please subscribe so you don't miss all of the fine guitars that we have come around this way. And here's one from our buddies down in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the Gallagher Guitar Company. Been celebrating their 60th anniversary, and we actually had one of their 60th anniversary models in a G50 60th anniversary that came and went. And right now we have this one to talk about. This is the first time we've had one of these on. This is a Josh Rinkel Signature model Gallagher. And it is for sale. SeanBrockMusic.com is where you would go for this. SeanBrockMusic.com. If you've got questions, you can call me on the store number from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Saturday, 606-547-4477, or visit the website. And you can email me over there, SeanBrockMusic@gmail.com, or fill out the form if you forget all that. And what is a Josh Rinkel signature model? Well, who is Josh Rinkel? I will point out also that this is very reasonably priced. This is on consignment from a good friend and customer of ours that has very, very good taste in guitars. And it's funny, he brought a guitar in here once and he said, "Will you take this guitar on trade?" This was some time back, and I said, "Well, yeah, I'll take it on trade." The guitar that he had, and he said, "I hate this guitar. I just don't like it. It just don't suit me anymore." And he said, "What do you think of it?" And I said, "Well, I love it." And I did. I didn't even list it, and somebody came in and bought it off of me. But anyway, he's got really good taste in guitars, and he's like the rest of us. He likes to see the world through guitars and experience different things. His stuff is always very clean, very nice. This instrument right here, we'll get a picture of it on the website. There's barely a little chip right here in the lacquer on the edge of the headstock right here. That's the only thing you're going to find on this. The label was signed late August of 23. Who is Josh Rinkel? He's a fellow who came to fame as lead singer and guitarist in the Po Ramblin' Boys. Those guys, if you follow bluegrass music, you probably know them. And he worked with David Mathis and the guys down at Murfreesboro to make a signature model. And what you have here is you have a custom burst that kind of goes to natural in the center. That's something that he wanted. A tiger stripe pick guard. I will talk some about how this is different than G50, because we also have a G50 on the website. You got a blank ebony fingerboard, ebony bridge. Spacing looks standard for them at the 2 5/16. This is a 1 3/4 neck with nut bone saddle. You got an ebony overlay on this, open back tuners. Let's see, satin finish neck, full gloss body, black binding, black, white, black on the purfling, and Adirondack top. Mahogany back and sides, Honduran mahogany, and that's one of the differences. Here are the differences in this and a G50. The primary differences is this is you can compare this video if you're wanting to compare between the two that we have in stock. This is an Adirondack top. The G50 has a Sitka top. This has an ebony fingerboard and bridge. G50 has rosewood. The bracing pattern is the Gallagher standard shifted scallop X. And if you're interested, SeanBrockMusic.com. It's a bang up guitar. I mean, you hear it. You don't need me to tell you. Sustain on these Gallaghers, even of the mahogany variant like we have. very clean decay. Listen to that. Pretty long there. Beautiful harmonics in this guitar. You can hear a lot of travel for yourself. Real nice bass. You get a solid bass in these. Another difference in this and the G50 I'll point out, should have already. For me, this is a thinner neck profile. This is closer to a Martin low oval spec on the neck profile, and the G50 that we have is about like the G70 and some of the others that we had, the anniversary G50, a little thicker C profile. So this is, if you're a fan of thinner, low oval type necks, and this is a nice neck. Check out the bass. That don't befront me any. As long as I get my rent by next Friday. I better not get off on that. Really nice bass. This is just nice because it's nice and deep, but it's still, you've got a real good balance across the strings. You can hear all 6 strings. If you're somebody who likes to go straight down and straight up, you know, do that. You can do that. Very pretty sound. Let me strum a G. These are very powerful guitars too. These modern Gallaghers, you know, being a dealer for Gallagher, I choose whose products I'm going to carry. And there was a pretty big company just the other week that emailed me, and they said, "Hey, we noticed that you've had some of our used guitars on. How about having a formal partnership and carrying some new ones?" And I had to think for a day or two, and I wrote back, basically a thanks but no thanks. And like, oh, you know, it's fine. I'll consign things, but you know, I just don't want to get in on this. So I carry what I want to carry, and the heck with whoever, you know, because it's my money going into this thing. Well, and you know, in consignments, it's not my money; it's the customer's money. But people email me a lot and say, "Will you consign this? Will you consign that?" And I said, "No, sorry, I just don't think I've got the market for that. That's you need to take that somewhere else." And Gallagher, I had been very pleased with the very first one that we got from them. I was just ecstatic with that guitar. And we've had just some other great sounding ones. This kind of falls, putting the Adirondack on this with the Gallagher traditional X bracing, sort of falls a little bit in a bluegrass bell category to me, tone-wise. We've had a mahogany bell, and we've got a G50 on the website right now. So you can go over to the website and you can look up the previously sold, and you can listen to this one, you can listen to the bell, and you can listen to the G50. But this, to me, is the best of both worlds between a G50 and a bell, because you got the Adirondack top like you do on a bell, except the bell has a baked top. But you have the Gallagher Standard X instead of the forward shifted Martin translation, which makes for a little more sustain, I think. And so if you like that, if you like mahogany guitars, but you also like some sustain, this is hard to beat. And man, when you put a capo on it, it roars. Give a. But you still got good punch. Listen to that thing over the sound hole, man, when you hit that E string. Really nice, really clean, big bass. That's why I like these, you know? That's why I like them. B flat. Warmer sound than the Sitka, you know. Little more cut to be had in a Sitka, and just a nice roundness in these Adirondack tops. Cute B. like a guitar I can hear my hand move on. Very beautiful, very beautiful. And, you know, like I said, this is what I've come to expect from Dave and the crew down there. 5th fret. So these at the 5th fret too. A lot of punch. Do you feel that? A lot of punch. Did I say it was pretty or what? Check out the tone color. Nice, warm, very thick. And I feel like Gallagher has a wider color palette than certain other guitars. Let's put it that way. They have a wider color palette. You move your hand. And I was telling a customer that the other day. I said, you know, I don't know if you're going to buy anything or not, but yeah, that's what I think. Is it has a wider color palette. And, you know, that's, of course, depending on who you are, that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you're somebody who enjoys it, if you're somebody who plays solo, things like that, it's so, so nice. It is just so nice. But, you know, if you're somebody that lives kind of in one area, I guess it might mess you up a little bit because, you know, if you move just an eighth of an inch, you've got something a little different. But I consider it to be a real good attribute, and I also consider it to be part of a well-oiled machine, if you will, something that's playing, that's given the maximum that the top has got to give to you. And that's certainly what you're getting in this guitar right here. And once again, I'm very proud of the boys down and gals down in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And you can look at all my other Gallagher videos, stuff that's sold. I mean, just see what I said on them. You can compare this to those guitars, and it's a very directly comparable. You know, they're slightly different, and I can't say that the quality of one was better than or worse than the quality of the other. And that's why we do these videos, is so you can hear the same dude on the same microphones with the same pick, playing the same junk that he's tired of playing and has been tired of playing for years, but that don't befront you as long as you get your rent next Friday. And if you are interested in this guitar, see the description box or visit SeanBrockMusic.com. Or like I said, you can call me 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 606-547-4477, and that is in the old Eastern time zone, or email me, SeanBrockMusic@gmail.com. Very reasonably priced, a lot of great features. Thank you all. Please subscribe and take care.